So taking a quick look at the title of this video, you might think to yourself, RGT 85, how are you calling the Xbox One and the PS4 dead? They're only 2.5 years old. Of course there's still lots of life left in them. But they're dead, they're dying, and they will be phased out soon. And that's what this E3 has really brought about. See, right before we went to E3, Sony announced that the PlayStation Neo, which had been rumored for a while as the PlayStation 4.5, was in fact a reality. And it would be coming, but they would not announce details at E3. Okay, that's cool. There's still some stuff up in the air about it, you know, at least there's a semblance of mystery. But now taking a look at what Microsoft did today in their press conference with unveiling the Xbox Scorpio, you could kind of see where the PlayStation 4.5, aka PlayStation Neo, is going to go, what it's going to be like, and what this means for console gaming. You see, right now, we're in an interesting situation because nothing like this has ever happened in home consoles, an upgradable console. And the big thing that these companies keep touting is, don't worry, your games will still work on your old systems. Those might work a little better on the new ones. Bullshit. Because right now there's a situation in handhelds that has this sort of thing. If you look at the Nintendo 3DS, the new 3DS runs Hyrule Warriors Legends fantastically. It runs great, it's smooth, it's butter smooth, but on the standard 3DS, it runs like shit. But don't worry, it'll still play your old games. You see where I'm getting at with this? See, essentially, in order to play these games the way they're meant to be played and the way they need to be played, you will need these upgraded systems. You will need a PlayStation Neo. You will need a Xbox Scorpio if you want to play these games. And looking at it, the Xbox Scorpio is confirmed for a holiday 2017 release. The Xbox One just came out in 2013. That's less than 4 years, folks. They have announced a successor. I don't care that they say it's in the same family. It is a successor. It is a stronger, more powerful system. And now, less than 4 years, you will have a new system. This blows my fucking mind, man. Home console gaming, Sony and Microsoft have driven a stake through the heart of home console gaming because now you're starting to realize something. The Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 were rushed. They were rushed systems. There was no need to phase out the PS3 and the Xbox 360 so quickly. The Wii U was not a factor in that. The reason was they were in a war with each other. You see, that's where the console war comes into play. They didn't want to get one up by one another. So they both released their systems, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And anyone can see that the differences between the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 are not that big. Sure, games have been coming along that are a bigger, experience that you're like, hey, this wouldn't run on the PlayStation 3. Something like Doom has a lot of lighting effects, a lot of blood, a lot of gore, smooth frame rate. But a majority of these games do not use the optimization that these systems have. Now, why is that? Because maybe these developers have realized that there's a stronger, more powerful console on the horizon. Now, looking at this, you also have to factor in these consoles are not going to be cheap at all. If anything, preliminary reports are showing $600-700 for these premium consoles. Now, if you want to add VR to that, there's another $400 fucking dollars. So right now, in order to play these new VR games in the best way possible, you're gonna have to spend probably close to $1,200 with the system, accessories, game, and VR headset. That's what console gaming is becoming. It's essentially becoming PC gaming. But guess what? PC gaming is so much fucking cheaper. You can buy these high-end graphic cards now for $200-300. You swap it into your PC, boom, you're done. You're playing the latest games, and the games are cheaper. Look at Overwatch. Overwatch is $60 on home consoles, $40 on the PC. So what does this all mean? Console gaming is dying. And this is the stake that is killing it. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are being phased out. You could sit there and you could sip the consumer coffee and say, hey, you know what, I'm sure everything will be fine, but that's bullshit. Because the Scorpio and the Neo are gonna be the ways to play the games in the proper way. If you wanna play games that are buggy as hell with frame rate issues and shit, then yeah, you could keep your old PS4 and your Xbox One, but it's not gonna be the way the game is intended to be played. All because something runs on something doesn't mean it runs well. Doesn't mean it runs well. So honestly, I'm disgusted by this. I think it's a damn shame that console gaming is essentially dead. And maybe this was a long time coming, but I still felt console gaming still has life left in it. You know, maybe Nintendo will do something unique with the NX, but honestly, I'm looking at getting a PC now. I'm really just considering selling my PS4, getting rid of most of my games, because aside from games like Doom and Metal Gear Solid 5, I haven't been that impressed. And now there's just more reason for me to be not impressed, because essentially my model is being phased out. And you could say, yes, there's been multiple SKUs for consoles through the dawn of time, but that has always been a convenience factor or a cosmetic thing. Look at the PlayStation 2. You have the PlayStation 2 Fat and the PlayStation 2 Slim. They played the same games. They just looked different, and one was more economical than the other. There was no difference in when you were actually playing a game. Now we've gotten to a point where there is. So essentially, consoles have become PCs, all in one fell swoop, all in 1 week at E3 2016. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe you think I'm overreacting, but honestly, this is the death of home console gaming. Let me know what you guys think of this subject in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because I'm always doing rants like this because I'm a pissed off person. There's a lot of things in video games that make me mad. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later.